Hey there, Mark. Welcome back. Sorry about that. I hate seeming unorganized, and I think that I kind of set myself up for this. I probably shouldn't have rushed in. I've been so eager to do a live stream with you guys that sometimes I just jump into things without realizing it. So I should have brought my so anyway, just wanted to essentially just say I'm sorry. No one wants to be a part of something that just kind of creates and disappears, seemingly out of control. So I apologize for that. But yeah, camera, everything's going dead on me here today. But so far, this is a new experience for me. Again, I'm 48 years old. Technology has kind of not been a great portion of my life, so to speak. I live in a very rural area of the country now, so it's not. It's taking me some getting used to. This whole YouTube thing is still mind-boggling to me, but we're gonna get there. One of these days, this will seem much more professional and fun. It's gonna be more fun than anything. You gotta have fun, but I am I'm grateful to you, Mark. I appreciate you taking a chance on me. And that's really how I feel about this whole experience, this whole YouTube channel is you choose who you follow and who you interact with, who you participate with. And for complete strangers, we're not strangers now, but beforehand, if complete strangers choose to be a part of your journey, then to me that says you're doing at least something remotely correct. And I thank you for being a part of that. I thank you for taking a chance on me. All of you here. We've got a couple folks back here. So Mantech, hey, how are you today? Hope you're having a great day. But yeah, I've been very lucky that so many great people have taken this chance to go down this YouTube road with me, and I'm very grateful. Uh, I'm not looking to make money. You'll never hear me beg for subscribers or anything like that. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here to pass knowledge and hopefully help maybe some younger people out there that are still trying to figure out life. And I think that's what's really drew me to DC Mike's channel is he's not just an aviation enthusiast. He's so much more than that. He truly cares about people. He understands people. And I would constantly sometimes think of if I was going through a bad time in my life, which I have. I worked for an airline during 9/11. I that was probably my darkest moment. And that's another video I could share with y'all is my experience with 9/11. It was a horrible day, but I know people had it worse than me, certainly more than me. I mean, I worked at Delta. I didn't work at American. I didn't work at United, and I certainly wasn't affected directly by the 9/11 attacks. But it certainly set up an interesting path that I would follow from there on. But yeah, I feel like I'm on a mission here. I got to make use of what I can do for the better of other people. So, and I truly appreciate all of you. I really do. If you're listening to me right now, I'm forever grateful because you chose to be here today. No one made you uh, get your phone out of your pocket and sit down and stare at a bald man for and I can't say that you'll learn a whole lot from me. I'm going to try to teach people things, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I'm going to do my best. So now it's up to y'all. Tell me what you want to learn. Tell me what you're interested in. I know a lot of you have taken part in some of my polls, and I appreciate that. It seems like, according to that, more people are interested in what skills are needed to fly an airplane than they are with anything else. I think aircraft in general was the second, and I think space flight came next, and then aviation or aerospace history. I'm a big history fanatic. I really like history, but if people don't like history, that doesn't mean. And that's why I tend to put the historic stuff more on a post on the community page, because I don't think people necessarily want to see videos about it all that much. But there are some things I like to make videos out. The Gemini 3 I thought was pretty funny, that astronaut Young snuck a corned beef sandwich on board. Stuff like that. I think that's kind of interesting stuff. But uh, it's always kind of fun. But anyway. But Michael Brown, hey, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for sharing some time with me. Yeah, Mock. Yeah, it was a corned beef sandwich. So the story is that John Young was flying with Gus Grissom on Gemini 3. Now, NASA people would call it Gemini 3. It was a little bit of an inside joke. But so in the Gemini 3 mission, because Gus had told John during training that he was so tired of the freeze dried and dehydrated astronaut food, John Young snuck a corned beef sandwich in his pocket and got it out in space and shared it with Gus. And when they returned and found out, NASA found out about it, they weren't happy. They weren't happy at all. And so, in fact, they made Gus and John both go before the House of Representatives Appropriations Board and explain why they had did such a thing, because they are adamant about astronauts following the rules. And so that was kind of funny. So, Brian, welcome back, man. I don't have a whole lot of time to spend, but I did want to come back and apologize for just dropping y'all like that. I think that's very inappropriate. But I'll do better. I'll do better with this. But we're gonna figure this out together. Some of you younger guys out there with more YouTube experience might have to give me some pointers. But if you weren't here in the first one, which I think most of you were, we did do a little tour of the set here. Some of the things that I've got that are part of the wall here, the wall of aerospace knowledge and fame. But looking forward to, heavily forward to sharing some time with y'all about some subjects. And we'll probably just ad lib these live streams. This is more about just connecting as individuals, as people, as fellow enthusiasts of aviation and aerospace. I don't know if y'all want to actually listen to me teach live like this, but I certainly would love to. If y'all give me some direction to go in, what you would like to see, what you would like to hear about. I'd be glad to lecture on anything. Again, I don't claim to know everything. I'm not the all-knowing aviation guy, but I will certainly find out. And that's fine too, because that means I get to learn as well. So I'm just going down through there. So we got 5 people with us today, so that's great. If I've not said hello to you, I apologize in advance. I do try to go back and catch up on some of these Looks like, oh, we got someone here already trying to call some stuff, but that's okay. I'm good ignoring bad comments and trolls, as people call them. And I've seen a lot in my experience with other channels that there are those out there that uh, sometimes like to cause disturbance, but I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in pursuing good things and helping others. And so there will be people who come on board and will have something negative to say, and um, I'm not really interested in that. So um, um, some of you, I may need to go ahead and start getting some moderators. Probably a good idea, huh? That's something I need to work on. Um, but so Brian, I just asked, or I'm asking right now for your help as a moderator. Mock, I see you as a good individual, um, and I would be happy to have you as a moderator as well, if you are so willing to do so. It's completely up to y'all. Together we're 3% related. You're right, Brian. You know, we're in the area I live now is very open to people, very open to people's different thoughts, beliefs. I work for a global company. Delta was a global company as well, obviously. And because of that and my parents, I have learned that the only way is to accept everybody and understand that everyone is unique, has their own abilities and skills and their own purpose. So you have to be mindful of people in general. So I don't accept I don't accept anything other. You know, if you're a human being, you're worth something. You have a purpose in life. Maybe we don't necessarily know that purpose or understand it, but everyone deserves the right to be treated equally with respect and dignity, and I certainly believe that. And you know, we're going to cross people who don't believe that think that they are owed something that only they understand. But um, you know, that's just it's how the world is, unfortunately. Brian, are you asking about me going to museums? I see your comment says, "What about museums for aircraft?" Uh, I would like to do that. Unfortunately, I don't live close by much. But one thing I can promise you is a trip to NASA because I I am. Well, let me back up a little bit. So I attended space camp young. It was 1989. Some of space camp. Because of that, I get some pretty good benefits at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center that I remain a member of, and so I will visit there. And you'll see a lot of rockets. There are some aircraft there, but I also understand that you know I'm never gonna show or try to force things down y'all's throat or into your head that you're not really interested in. And so it seems like um, space is probably not on the forefront for most people currently. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, then please let me know. But I'll probably poll everyone every once in a while, maybe every quarter, just to see where y'all's interest at. Right now, I think focusing more on training material for those who would like to be a pilot, or not necessarily. You don't have to be a pilot. Some people just like to know how it works. So the next video, that I plan to release is about the aviation six pack, and I'm not talking about my abs. So, but the if you ever hear a pilot refer to the six pack, he's talking about the six primary flight instruments. And so I will I'll be doing a video on that relatively soon. It'll probably be late this week, early next week, depending on how things are going. It does take a lot of time, a lot of graphics I have to generate myself, and I'm sorry that they look so poor. Like the runway markings video, that entire video was done by me creating graphics on a computer of all the runway markings and stuff, because all the others are copyrighted and I couldn't use them. And so I hope to do something different, get better. As every video, I really strive to get better at what I'm doing. Everything from how I'm speaking, how I'm presenting, how I'm editing and making the video. I wanted to make it as educational but yet entertaining at the same time. I want you to get something from it. I don't want you to just watch a video because I made it. I want you to watch a video and be thinking when the video is over, wow, I didn't know that, but now I do. So runway markings to me were always kind of fascinating. I remember as a young kid, I had no clue what they meant. And I really, honestly, I didn't care too much because they didn't affect me too much. I was following, I'm not an airline guy. I've always flown small airplanes, so it didn't mean all that much. But when I did get to the point, I think probably when I was 16, 17, I started understanding them. I realized I had a purpose. And if you know that there's 200 feet between each dashed line in the center line, you can judge how much runway you've covered or how much you've got left. And it turned out to be very useful. But I think we'll probably do one on aircraft, or not aircraft, but runway lighting as well, because the lighting has a whole system of its own as well. It's very intricate. So, and in some cases, with like the instrument landing system, the ILS approach for runways involves runway markings and the lighting system. So it's kind of one and the same. So, okay, yeah, Brian, you like the idea of going to NASA? Yeah. So the NASA center that's closest to me is the Marshall Space Flight Center. It's located in Huntsville, Alabama. And just a little history on that facility. It is there where NASA first developed the rocket engines for the Mercury, Redstone, the Jupiter rockets. I don't think they did the Atlas there. I think the Atlas rocket was more of a conveyor project, so they did all that work in their own facilities. But the F1 engines from the Saturn V rocket were developed there too. So the test stands are still there, and they're still used on some smaller rockets and whatnot. But that's where Wernher von Braun, his office was for many, many years until he got moved to Washington, D.C. During the mid part of the Apollo program. They kind of pushed him to the side, so to speak. But there's a fantastic museum there. There's a Saturn V, one of the last remaining, is on display there. You can walk under it. There's the Space Shuttle Pathfinder, and I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but Pathfinder is a 3/4 scale wooden space shuttle model, and it was used to develop the launch pad for the space shuttle back in the late 70s. So it does have significant historical value. It was never an operational orbiter like the Enterprise was to do approach and landing test, but it was very useful in engineering systems that would support the space shuttle, mainly the launch pad. So it is there. You can actually walk under it and whatnot. There's an Apollo capsule there. There's a couple Mercury and Gemini simulators there. There's a Gulfstream G3 that shuttle astronauts used for landing practice and stuff like that. So a lot of good stuff there. But yeah, we'll have to get a trip out there. I think y'all would enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So we'll have to do that. Hey, Fly, how are you? Good to see you here. Thank you for joining in. Just kind of chilling today. Not really a topic. Just wanted to get out here and break the ice with you guys. But I guess I guess I could give you a little introduction, a little story of Tony. If it seems really boring, just tell me. I'll hush really quick. I'm 4 years old, raised 7 kids. I've got three stepchildren. I have two of my own, and I have two adopted kids that, well, they're my own now too. Um, my wife and I have had them for 3 years now. Um, Kids all range. The youngest is 6, the oldest is 34. So another reason it's hard to fly these days is financially. Sometimes you have to take the path life feeds you, and you realize that as hard as it may be sometimes. And I haven't said I'm not going to sit here and say that I have always made the best decisions, but